Hey, friends and trolls. I'm Mark Holmes, and this is my buddy, Cowboy Jobu. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I wouldn't be sitting here now, would I? I just want to know what the hell is going on with these damn New York Giants and their fans. I gotta tell you, I have not seen anybody this full of them damn selves in a while. And now, I get it. I expect that from you trolls that will be out there talking trash and reaping your team. But somehow, your organization has this whole trash talking mentality. Now I gotta tell you, I know I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, and I'm old. I didn't go to ESPN's school of broadcasting or study it in college. You know, what I studied in college was football and partying 101. I know I'm not an expert. I didn't play pro football. But what I am is an old guy who's watched a lot of football and is a student of the game. A lot of times I'll make predictions that other people don't, or I'll tell you guys something different than what is the norm. And more times than not, it's right. It's not that I have any brilliant information or I'm, foreseeing the future. No, quite frankly, I'm seeing the opposite. I look to the past because I always tell you guys history repeats itself. There's nothing new that's going on today that you can't relate to something that happened in the past. And see, when you have Ben McAdoo, the coach of the Giants, who went on record as saying it doesn't matter who's running the football for the Cowboys, because they all run the same when there's no holes. Alluding to the fact that he's saying that nobody's going to be able to run on my defense, that we're studs. That is, if you read between the lines. And then he followed it up, of course, talking about our defensive secondary. If you know who's going to play, let me know. So if you read between the lines, what he's saying is they're a bunch of no-name, sorry SOBs that won't be able to cover jack crap, even though I've got a quarterback who can't do much. And so then today, he really started to test fate. He was talking about practice. Not a game. He was talking about practice. He said that his team had such a spirited practice today that if they continue to practice like this in November and December and January and February, they'd be okay. Wait. Did he say February? Did he say practice in February? As in when the Super Bowl is? So you're saying you got a Super Bowl caliber team. Aha. That's where you messed up, my man. You're going to piss off the football gods. Because, see, I remember back when the Super Bowl was in Dallas. The year before, my Dallas Cowboys had a great season. In fact, it was one of those years that the Cowboys won one of those two playoff games since their last Super Bowl, when they bitch slapped the Eagles and Donovan McNabb. That's right. They kicked their ass before losing to Minnesota in the playoffs. They were an up-and-coming team. They were looking good. They were looking strong. It was a young Tony Romo. It was a DeMarcus Ware in his prime. It was a good defense and a good offense. And the sky was the limit. And come the next year, Oh, man. The talk was the Cowboys, we could be the first team to ever go to the Super Bowl and host it. That's right. Came out of Jerry Jones's mouth. And you know what happened? The football gods bitch slapped him. Whole team. Team went 6-10. Literally went off the face of the earth. Wade was fired, and it began the era of Jason Garrett. There's nothing wrong with being confident, but it's when you're cocky that you get screwed up. Now, I'm trying to understand where this stuff is because, see, the Giants have no fear. Cowboys can't show up to a club without being on TMZ. Yet, here it is, Eli Manning's case with the fraudulent autograph signing stuff. Judge just recused himself again. The case is just kind of put off. And maybe it'll never be heard. Okay. You've got Collins talking about headhunting, or excuse me, should I say rib hunting? Talking about, yeah, I definitely targeted Carson Wentz's ribs. I definitely was trying to put some extra heat on him and take him out. So it's like, wait. NFL? NFL that's investigating everything in the world? You mean you guys aren't investigating that? That a guy is out there saying he is trying to physically put somebody out of the game, a quarterback no less. One of your up-and-coming stars? Yet nothing? Imagine, if you will, if that was a Dallas Cowboy player that said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try and take out Kirk Cousins, man. I'm going to put some extra heat on it. You don't think that guy wouldn't get suspended? You don't think he can get fined? Come on now. All right. Here's my prediction. My prediction is, even though the talking heads out there are saying that the Giants are the greatest thing to slice bread, even though their quarterback, Eli Manning, has had more turnovers the last 10 years than anybody else. They keep telling you that he's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP. Well, I got to tell you, that Super Bowl was 2011. In a league where quarterbacks get old overnight, Peyton Manning went from Peyton Manning to Trent Dilfer in 1 year. It's been 6 years since Eli Manning was a good quarterback or a Super Bowl MVP. But I'm telling you right now, I'll put it on the line. The Giants won't make the playoffs. The Giants won't win the division. You mark my words. And we will revisit this at the end of the season. Yeah. The question is, are the Giants trying to convince us that they're great, or are they trying to convince themselves? I think they're trying to convince themselves. As always, friends, football is back, and we're going to start going hard and heavy here on the Jobu Sports Report. Thank you guys for making the Jobu Sports Report what it is. And I will see you here soon. Right now, I got some more work to do. Got to work on the man cave, baby.